I'm completely stressed.
Because we just took out the first valve spring ever. And now I can take out the valve, see?
And why are we doing that?
Because we want to replace the valve stem seal, which is this part here.
Oh my God.
We need to do that on 24 valves. And there were at least 5 oh my gods off camera.
Yes,
So
because...
I bought a plier to take those out. Let's hope that plier works.
And every tool is cheap Chinese.
Yes, it's not cheap Chinese.
Look at that. That's the first cheap Chinese tool.
Well, we're gonna modify this. So now I gotta grab these here.
It's your gynecologist's tools again.
And if everything is the way I imagine, all I gotta do is now pull on this.
Yeah, like that is how Land Rover work.
Huh? What do you say now? This Chinese...
Those are the parts. I wanted to throw them away already.
Oh, geez.
Because I thought that is some stupid part you brought from the trash compartment in your company.
No, this is the valve stem seal.
We have had those for years, Christian.
Yeah, they're not new.
Yes, but you bought them a long time ago.
See, and there is,
oh my God.
They are left over from Fabian's car. Actually, they're not completely worn out, I gotta say.
Although we don't take the other ones out. Better.
We take them out.
Oh my God. So you bought OEM quality?
I want to say yes. And what we will also do while we are in there...
Oh no.
...is of course clean the valve right here.
Oh yes.
But we will not clean the valve seat.
We don't want to do any grinding.
No. This valve seat, let me clean this. If it's shiny, there is no reason to grind this valve seat.
It's shiny.
All the way around, there is nothing wrong.
How are you going to keep track now?
Well, we put them in a box with numbers on them.
Oh my God.
And then this is going to be an easy job. We're going to replace 24 of these little caps.
It does not look OEM quality.
It's definitely the same thing.
Yeah.
Looks a little different, but...
It has a thread here and that one doesn't.
No, this has like some sort of a latching mechanism. Okay, this is just an indent here.
I didn't drop it.
Of course, all our viewers know this. This goes over here like a little funnel.
Oh
yeah?
My God.
See? So that the seal does not slip over these grooves.
Yeah.
And get cut open. And when I take the old one... Oops,
you dropped it!
They're still good, but we replace them. We just have to do that, okay? Otherwise you're gonna get all kinds of desktop mechanics. You didn't replace the valve guide seals! First thing I gotta do is modify this tool to have a bearing down here.
It looks like something kids use in school, in shop.
This is professional copied by the Chinese. They saw a picture of somebody in Germany making this for like 600 euro. And all they had was a picture, and then they copied it, and they did some mistakes copying it. But it's only 16 euros. So it's much easier to buy what the Chinese already copied and fix their mistakes. And see how nicely it fits here? It does fit this valve. I may have to go through it with the lathe one more time, so it doesn't, you know, scoop around like this.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna machine the opposite part, what pushes on the valve here. Now also we have to inspect that these seats, they need to be within a hundredths of a millimeter. Ooh, this has a lot more play than a hundredths. See how this is wiggling? This is not nice. We can't change it.
Yeah, you can buy new valve stems.
No, you
No?
can't. So I'm sure anybody has a small assortment of bearings at home. I was thinking about using some like these. Yeah.
So that's a size smaller than you use on skateboards, so you can have them.
So we're gonna make an adapter to put this bearing in here. This is what we can use to make these parts from. So got the pieces finished right here. Let's assemble this and see how it works. So that's it. This is now my bearing to push out the valve guides. What are you laughing about?
I thought
This
you were
looks
looking
good.
for an official name. Thingy to push out the bearing.
Yeah, it's a thingy. It's better than what the Chinese made.
I just learned that we don't only have cheap Chinese measurement tools, but we also have Rolex, which is Mitutoyo quality.
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
So here I fixed that Chinese tool. So this now turns. When this locks up to the top of the valve, and I'm twisting the bottom, it's nice and easy to turn. Now this piece here stays nice and stationary when I turn the bottom, and I'm compressing now the valve. This is now really easy. There you go. To fix a Chinese tool always makes sense. I set up here a box where I can put these valves in. This is now valve number 2. I got here a tray from Vera where she usually makes her muffins in, and that's where I can set my valve springs now in. Just in case I find later on a bad one, it might be interesting to know where it was installed. The cylinder head here is of course marked left and right. All I gotta do is hang this in here, tighten it up. There we go. You can see it pops these out. And then all I gotta do is grab these little rings with a magnet. Here we go. Now I release the spring. That's it. Take it out. Take the valve out. There we go. Now I can go through and pull all the seals out using this Chinese tool here. I got all the seals out. Now I can clean up the cylinder heads using a Scotch-Brite pad, giving this a nice cleanup. It's not going to take off any material. New Scotch-Brite pad, RPM adjustable angle grinder. Check out how I'm cleaning the back of the valves. I just gotta make sure I'm not touching the seat. Done. Nice and clean. Very simple. Here we're ready to put the new seals back in. I'll show you guys how to install a valve. First step is to put some oil over the valve seat. Second step is to take the correct valve, oil it up with a little bit of a thicker oil, insert it from underneath. There we go. Turn it a little bit so it's seated. Put the installation sleeve over it. Valve stem seal over it. Carefully. There. Remove the installation sleeve. There. Put some grease onto the valve. Just a little bit. There. Use the correct spring. Insert it over it. Use my special tool what I made. Seat it nicely. Push the spring down so both grooves are exposed. There. Use my magnetic screwdriver and a wedge. Put it in there without dropping it. 1, 2. Both wedges are in. And carefully guide the valve over it. And done. 24 more valves to go. So I got the first cylinder head completed. All the valves are installed. I got one more to go. Second cylinder head is complete. These two tools worked out really well. Make sure when you buy your seals that you get these installation sleeves in the sealing package. L-Ring puts them right in there. Previous video you could see how I had to drill out all the glow plugs. I'm just going in here to make sure nothing fell in the meantime. So I have a special steel wire brush here. And I'm gonna use now high temperature anti-seize, and I coat these a little bit And hopefully I'm gonna be able to get them out next time, because this time it certainly did not work. And this one goes in here. I got them sitting on cardboard because they stick out on the bottom. We use an OEM Vera. So these all go back in here. So we're gonna put them to 10 Newton meters, that's it. Okay, we're gonna check that the glow plugs are really working. Black and plus is minus. Number
Smoking.
1 is working.
It's working.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2 gets also cleaned. So the second bank gets torqued.
Okay, and we'll do a test on this one.
Yep. To see if they are working.
Yeah.
They better be.
So, red is black and plus is minus.
Smoking and glowing.
Glowing. Glowing.
Smoking and glowing.
Good.
Perfect. So 6 functioning glow plugs. That is the right hand side.
Ooh.
What?
It was still hot. Okay. So this one goes on here. There. Very well.
Yeah.
I know I did not grind the valve seats. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of desktop mechanic comments on this. But when I cleaned them with an emery cloth, all of the seats were absolutely perfect. Well, I can also mess something up because I never ground a valve seat in my life. So I thought it may be too risky for me to practice this on Vera's engine. I was thinking when Fabian's engine is dead again, we can practice it on his engine. We got new valve guide seals and everything is reassembled on these heads and they're nice and clean.
Without my supervision, I was gone.
Which was good because that was very stressful and I needed a quiet day. And I got proof that Vera was also doing something. She was on TV. Check this out.
You can see the riding on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive.
Vera was the only one allowed on the racetrack, as you could see in the video, because Philip is not 18 years old. You saw nobody else other than the camera team. Okay, let me show you what I got. It's brand new. You're not gonna believe it. I got a new cell phone mount. It charges the phone automatically. Now watch it. When you lay your phone down, it comes to this button. It closes automatically. It's unbelievable. I didn't like the mount what came with it, so I machined my own little aluminum ball mount here. I mean, everybody has a lathe at home in his kitchen.
Oh my God.
So I machined this piece, and that one I'm gonna bolt on to this piece and paint it black, and then I can glue it on into the Discovery, and it goes nicely.
You're gonna glue it on?
I think that's better than a winch for 2,000 euros. I mean, more useful in Germany, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it came with a charger in the box for like 25 euros.
So that means I can have your iPhone charging cable.
Yes, I don't need it anymore.
Good.
But I'm gonna buy you the same one.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Problem there is in the world, okay? This is gonna cure world hunger.
No.
This is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, definitely. Once I have it installed, I'm gonna sit in the car for an hour and push these buttons. Are you done eating your hot dog?
I'm still chewing.
I got this little piece here made with double-sided tape on the back side. It's aluminum 1.5 millimeters, so it's easy to bend it into shape and file it and make it work. Then I painted it with black flat paint. So this is what it looks like. It has this nice shape.
That's a tiny screw.
That's a tiny screw. That's all it takes. Take great joy in assembling this. The best device on this planet, made by the Chinese at least, is going to take a little bit of acetone with us. Follow me.
I'm done eating my hot dog, yeah.
So I very lightly give this an acetone wipe. 3M tape, permanent, and it holds up 90 degrees. So, which in a black car should be okay in Germany, but not in Australia. Okay, you guys gotta dream something else up. So, gotta concentrate, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta push this on really hard. Okay, now this goes on here. I fasten this.
So my Discovery's got some balls. It's like huge.
That's a huge charger because it's really powerful. Got a green connection here. Now look, it changes to blue.
Oh my god.
And see, now it's charging. And now when I want to take it out,
That takes way too long.
so I gotta put it in here like
Yes.
this. Okay, I'm gonna sit here for the rest of the evening doing this. You can come back in an hour. I gotta fix the ambient lighting of this.
Yes, Christian bought some cheap Chinese, what do you call them? Chips?
A transistor.
Oh,
I bought a transistor in China. Actually, 10 of them for like 45 cents. And they are SMD. This is
it's
working.
broken on his small crawler and it's broken on my small crawler.
Yeah, it
And
breaks.
it's definitely broken on many others.
Okay, so this device is done. You are definitely below spec on your brake discs here. Okay, on your brake pads. The metal is already shining through.
Yes, I know there was a big vibration going through my bike.
Okay, and that vibration is then a good sign for
Changing your brake pads.
having your husband change your brake pads.
Oh yeah, exactly. When we change brake pads on our bikes, we also buy OEM.
Vera has a toolbox here for her bike maintenance because she
Check
does a
out
lot
my
of,
stickers.
she does a lot of mountain biking, and there is basically spare parts for all of our mountain bikes in here. So you have brakes, you have chains, the bleeding components, what you need for the brakes, you have all kind of fluids and all the special tools all in one case. So we do not mix our tools for bike repair with the tools from car repair. All we gotta do is grab this toolbox and we can do anything on this bike necessary.
On a trip. Yes, I'm so looking forward to hit the Alps with that one attached to that one. And just in case you want to have our 5 cents on chain lubrication. Christian and I do a lot of mountain biking. We do not use chain loop grease. We use PTFE.
PTFE is actually a powder and it's dissolved in a fluid. And when you put this on, it will actually go into the chain, loop it, and then the fluid will evaporate. And then
Yeah.
only the Teflon powder is left. So the big advantage is that it's not a sticky, wet lubricant, it's a dry lubricant.
Yeah.
And you have all the dry dust, what you get out of the Simpson Desert, you don't have that stick to your chain.
Yeah. Nothing here on my bike is gunked up or...
Yeah. Everything is clean.
And I only need to loop it maybe once a month.
So see, if I put this on, it's actually a fluid. Once the fluid evaporates, there is only the dry lubricant left.
Yeah.
And it comes in a big, huge bottle, and it costs like 10% of what the bicycle people will charge you. And that stuff is made for industrial purpose. So it's way cheaper and way better. So I don't know what you guys think, but that looks a lot better, doesn't it? So we're gonna drive it like that and buy a couple of wheel bearings for spare.